Our team that's been around for about 3.5 years. I joined the company a year and a half ago. We are the digital center of excellence for video at Condé Nast. We create about 5,000 unique premium videos a year out of this group. We distribute them basically in every channel around the internet that one can imagine, including, first of all, the workhorses of the internet, AOL, Yahoo, MSN. We were just talking, we cannot believe it, but it's true. AOL.com homepage does really, really well, and it does really, really well for us and some of our brands. We also distribute on all of the major social channels. Facebook, as I think you probably know, Facebook has become a major distributor of video around the planet. Basically, almost half of the world's views happen on Facebook. Obviously, we distribute on YouTube, and most recently, we've done an arrangement with Pinterest for GQ content, which is super interesting. It is a way I think that Pinterest is trying to target male audience. They've quietly grown rapidly this year, so that's kind of been a surprise for us and been very, very helpful. And we distribute through Twitter as well, which has done really well for us. So we're really we're obviously distributed on our own properties, 19 Condé Nast properties, and then we have full distribution. Basically, any eyeball in the US that watches video has access to a Condé Nast video.
So, Joy, the content is scaling. How about advertising opportunities for advertisers? The advertiser, and you know, you've been at this for a while.
Yeah.
We've talked about it over the Daily Motion years, and sort of the appetite or the attitude or the budgets for digital video. It's been a bit of a slog for a few years, but how do you sort of see the present climate around advertising?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think it really couldn't be better, and I think there's a real reason for it. So I was around, and you know, between 2006 and 2011, when Daily Motion was building itself as a business and eventually sold to France Telecom, and now is a property of Vivendi, which is a wonderful landing, I think, for the company. And you know, it's still over 200 million users worldwide. It does really well, actually. We were there when the advertising market was really very nascent. I mean, it was under $1 billion. It was really just a small piece of a very large advertising pie here in the United States. I think what we're seeing now is, I'm hoping, and I think it has to be true because all the numbers are showing it, that we're getting into kind of a hockey stick moment for digital video advertising. We settled in, I think we'll settle in at about $9 billion this year. From now until 2021, I think you're going to see a more rapid growth rate that gets us somewhere in the $20 billion range. But the predictions are somewhere between 20 and 23 billion at the end of the next 5 years. And if you look at the charts, that's essentially a hockey stick piece of growth. So I think the reason for it is that TV is not growing in terms of just eyeballs, attention, and lots of money is still being thrown at TV, and I think that video is incredibly well positioned to begin catching some of that money. So I think you're going to see a flattening of the growth in TV. TV advertising has continued to grow, but they're losing market share. So as there's a flattening of that growth, all boats will rise. People are just going to watch more, but as more on a percentage basis goes to digital video, more of the ad dollars will too. And I think we're beginning that hockey stick moment.
Great. And tell us how advertising scales for you as a publisher, and
Yep.
Through direct sales, through publishing partners, through syndication, and plans around programmatic.
Sure. We are very much a direct sales player. So we have, Condé Nast built itself on selling advertising to the audiences that it's built. We resonate, pretty much, the best of breed with affluent millennials, generally affluent consumers. So we call ourselves premium at scale. We generate a lot of inventory, and we have the affluent customers, so folks flock to us. We basically sell out our video inventory and more. I mean, it could not be a better business for us, really. We're just growing very, very fast. Direct sales team, we do have first sales rights with almost all of our syndication partners, so I think that's a model that we really stuck to our guns with. We insisted on it as we went in. I think we all know that Facebook doesn't do pre-roll in front of video. So Facebook is kind of a unique character for us right now, and we're all trying to figure out exactly how to best leverage Facebook, best monetize Facebook. It's certainly generating a lot of views for us. So there's CPM-based advertising sold by us, and then of course there's branded content also sold by us. branded content we do monetize through Facebook. So that's been a big opportunity because Facebook is such a workhorse for views. So direct sales team monetizing on a CPM basis, monetizing on a cost per view basis, and branded, very big, very growing business for us, very big in 2016 and will be big in 2017 for us. But the CPM business is also growing almost exponentially in 2016 and will continue to grow in 2017. So we're really in a big high growth mode for the business here.
And plans around programmatic?
Yeah. So we are taking a very close look at the programmatic market. We're already selling programmatically into our display advertising units. We believe that there is a unique opportunity in programmatic. I think that there will be some advertisers that will take a portion of their overall pie and attribute it to programmatic, and we obviously want to be in a position where we can capture those dollars. So we're going to position ourselves to do that. We're doing some tests right now with some clients that that we'll probably talk about at CES on the programmatic side, and I think you're going to see a more full-blown out programmatic video program from Condé Nast in 2017.
Cool. And Dre, we're getting ready to go to CES, and what do you expect some of the conversations to be? What are your, and also, if there are technologies that you're jazzed about that you think are important, that are emerging, that'll be talked about at CES, what do you think is sort of going to be happening there?
I think the most interesting thing that everyone's talking about is probably VR and 360. So VR, we planted a big stake in the ground on VR. We worked with Doug Liman, who was the director of Bourne Identity and Mr. and Mrs. Smith and a couple other major Hollywood blockbusters. He was really interested in doing VR. He really wanted to experiment and stretch himself, which we commend and we love when a creative executive is willing to do that with us. And we did. We produced a series called Invisible. It is being distributed now on a number of platforms in VR-friendly platforms, as well as our own platform in 360. So our players now has been modified to include 360. We are seeing great success in views. So it's a multi-partnered relationship. We can't really talk about views publicly, not yet, but we are seeing it's really exceeded our expectations in views. And you should go to thescene.com, which is our own proprietary video platform. You should take a look at it. It's spellbinding, really. And it was really one of the first of its kind in scripted content for VR. So we're pretty proud of it. We are, of course, because of that success, seeing a lot of incoming, parsing through it, deciding which projects are most interesting. It's an enviable position to be in, and we are going to leverage it in the new year. I think you're going to see a lot of talk about 360 and VR. I think you're also going to see a lot of talk about live. It's not really that technically robust in terms of a technical achievement, but it is sort of a creative achievement, I think, to be able to kind of broadcast in live and do it well and gain a following. We were one of the first folks to sign up onto the Facebook kind of funded arrangement where they went out to a couple of really market leaders and said to them, okay, we'll help you fund live. We want to understand live with you. We did that deal and basically had Facebook fund essentially our initial live program. We are now set up at live with all of our 19 brands. We produce about 120 live videos a month. I expect that number to possibly increase next year. And they've been super successful. Most notable, we covered the Democratic National Convention. Glamour was there, obviously given the candidate. And we hosted a live sort of talking heads kind of show with the Glamour editor, Cindy Levy, as well as Chelsea Clinton was in the mix on the panel, as was Lena Dunham. America Ferrara was the other panelist. And did really, really well in terms of simultaneous views, which is always a great indicator, and overall views after it was logged. So we're really excited about that platform as well.